cut their big toe off. Why? Both their big toes off. Why? Because it's going to make them, you can't run without your big toes. And then what it also does is it serves as a deterrent to any other African slave or enslaved African on that plantation from even thinking about running away. So all these things were put into us, indoctrination year after year. So the whole thing, boss player, the whole thing, when you see black folks, Africans, and when I say Africans, I'm talking about all black folks. You see African Americans or wherever, we know that this happens in the continental Africa as well. When you see them talking about good hair and this and she's too dark or you're too dark. This was all passed down. This has all been passed down. They have been told this. Black folks have been told this for generations. That's dirty. That's bad. This is good hair. Straight European hair is good. That's bad hair. That's bad hair. And without realizing that, they have embraced. They have eaten up that shit, that excrement. They have eaten up that excrement full. And that's what it is. It's nothing but doo-doo. It's mental doo-doo. And they have eaten it up and let it become a part of them to where they start to look at themselves and not realizing that you hate yourself. As Malcolm said, who taught you to hate yourself? Who taught you that your broad nose is ugly? Your thick lips are ugly? Who taught you to hate yourself? Think about it for a second. Who taught you to hate yourself? They taught you to hate yourself. They taught you to hate yourself. And so this goes all the way back to that. And so now that we have access to books, now that we have access to history, now that we have access to human beings who have fought long and hard to inspire us, the Malcolms and we can go on, the Faneuil Hamers and all these brothers and sisters, it is incumbent upon us. It is incumbent upon us to try to awaken as many Africans as possible. As many as possible. Some may not come, but we make the attempt. It is our job, and the most important population within our demographic is the children. To awaken them to their true beauty. And this is not to be anything comparison or whatever, because you have some folks that get threatened by that. Listen, my love for myself has nothing to do with hatred for anybody. This is my love for myself. Why do you need me to hate myself? And why do you see it as a threat that I hate myself, that I love myself? I can't love myself like you love yourself? Of course I can. Of course I can.
You're speaking of Black Lives Matter.
Exactly. But there's a lot of folks that they do not want us to love ourselves. And that's why
that's the most powerful thing of all, actually.
You got it right.
That's how you accomplish everything in life is with love, with self-love.
That's where it starts. If you don't love yourself, how can you love somebody else?
Yeah.
Because if you don't love yourself and you love somebody else, that relationship is doomed. It's doomed. And you're doomed to be walked all over, trampled. You cannot love anybody else until you have a great appreciation and love for yourself, who you are. From your physical, superficial features to deep down inside, and that's lacking.